Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night. Coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Indiana Pacers. Now, here's Westbrook. In the corner, Harden. Davis sets a screen. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Holmgren.
High-intensity play from Davis. Getting it to go through the foul. Nice little and one.
Boston shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Here's Harden. Following the basket by LaMelo Ball. Overdone. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Over in the corner, Allen to the middle. Here's Duncan. Davis with some nice D. On offense, here are the Celtics. Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
He's not going to beat you with speed. Harden uses his footwork and his strength to create separation on his way to the rim.
And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But, Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And, Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant. Adding over 30 pounds to his frame. And with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
The three. Sarr's shot is off. Outside ball. And stolen by Sarr. To the inside. And the rejection by Holmgren.
And that is why Holmgren went second in the draft. He can dominate the paint.
And another turnover here by Detroit. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. Coach thinks that they can push Chet Holmgren out of the comfort zone, and he's okay with making him a jump shooter. He said on the perimeter, he may as well be any shooter. We can guard that. Once he's on the inside, though, the advantage is his. So we have to prevent that as much as we can. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you so much. Allen outside. Ring shot on the way. Rebound Boston.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Do not test Mr. Holmgren, a gifted shot blocker.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Song. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. The Pistons trailing. Right side, Ball. Duncan gets a wide open look. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Outside Westbrook. In the corner, Harden. Holmgren with the steal. Duncan left side. Over Westbrook. And Westbrook pulls it down. On the wing, Harden. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
Fighting for those points, the beard playing tough.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Celtics leading by 4. Davis sets a screen. High post shot. Davis. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, look, it's no secret that Davis can be a dominant figure on the glass, and he just turns rebounds into points so easily.
Allen outside. Over Harden. Allen, that's good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Harden. Harden missing again.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Both teams changing it up here. Celtics leading by 4. Here's Westbrook. Still without a basket. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Westbrook. Kicks it out to Beasley. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers. Spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
Thompson for the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
To the left wing. The Celtics working the ball around now. Westbrook, no good. Pistons trailed by 4. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Guys, back to you.
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. And the Pistons with possession. And VanVleet, here we go. Thompson for the triple. Good, and VanVleet gets the assist.
3 points.
Thompson's got the lead up to 1 now for the Pistons. Well, Fred VanVleet wasn't going to be denied his chance, RJ, at playing in the NBA.
No, he wasn't. Undrafted, yes, but training his whole life for a chance. And when he got it, boy, he did not let up. Ever since he was young, he was getting up at 5:30 every morning to train before school.
Now here's VanVleet, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Shot clock at 5. Robinson with the block. Beasley right side to the paint, and the layup's good off the glass. Robinson's got his first basket of the night.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Stolen by Westbrook. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Changing ends, Westbrook just moves at a different speed than everyone else. And he runs hard all the time.
Thompson from long range. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
For 3, Westbrook. Here's Robinson. A shake. And finished off by Robinson.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
It's stolen by Sharks. Now here's VanVleet. Still yet to score. Fires the 3. They get it again. Charge on the follow.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. For the Pistons, you know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defenders.
Here's Russell. Chris Dunn making his last shot. Inside. Outside for Davis. Pass to Harden. Over in the corner. Looney. That one drops. Still out of sync.
Even though it didn't go down, he'll take that shot every time.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity. And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Allen for 3. Boston grabs the miss. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Detroit leading by 3. Down low. A transition bucket for Tim Duncan.
And at 7'1", Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there, just hammering it home.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
Davis sets a screen. Here's Harden. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Pistons. He witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Detroit leading by 4. Ball with it. Got a hand on it.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Vassell wide open. Offline with his 3. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. And stolen by Song. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The southpaw, hard, lucky lefty. He's a tremendous offensive player who can pretty much get triple-doubles in bunches.
Harden hits them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Left side, Ball. There's the drive. Pass to Holmgren. Got a piece of it. And they're able to recover. Duncan misses.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
The Pistons leading. And the big fella Alex Sarr showing promise. Greg especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, great mobility for a 7-footer. That's invaluable for a big man in today's game. And has the makings of a modern offensive game as well.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot. Anthony Davis prefers playing power forward. He said, quote, if I have to play the 5, then it's totally fine. At the end of the day, I trust coach's decision. I'm pretty sure he heard AD wants to play the 4, but I want to win. So if that's me playing the 5, that's what it's going to be. Back to you.
He can do both. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And so far this season, shooting at a 75% clip from the line.
Good on the second free throw.
There is no question Davis is a top 10 talent in this league when healthy. But unfortunately, he's dealt with several injuries throughout the years.
Pass to Allen. Ball with a wide open look. Detroit, no good that time either.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Harden outside. Stolen by Ball. To the inside. Here's Duncan. And Davis sends it back.
Oh, look. A block from AD. That's a shocker.
For the lead. Allen with the rebound.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Out to Duncan. And Davis sends it back.
It's the length of Davis that makes it so hard to shoot over top of.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Just 3 to shoot. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Now Harden. He's got 9. Harden attacking.
Okay, I see the explosion. Look, Harden never ceases to amaze me.
The Pistons trailing. Pass to Allen. Pistons passing it around. Stolen by Harden. Russell with a wide open look. Good on the triple. Russell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And we know Russell can shoot it. It's what he's out there to do.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Pistons trailed by 4. Pass to Thompson. For 3, Van Vliet. Rebounded by the Celtics. Stolen by Thompson. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. To the middle. Here's Moody. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Moody's got his first points of the night.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And it's Strus missing. Out left to the wing. Here's Fontecchio. Misses the 3. It's a close game here in Boston. Here's Westbrook. And he uses the glass on the layup. Westbrook's got his second basket of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Beasley with a clean look. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Outside Westbrook. Driving inside. Here's Gay. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
A nice shot by Moody.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The third quarter comes to a close. Boston on top. They finish off the third quarter with a massive 16. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
J.B. Bickerstaff had some words for his team over the break. Coach was seething about the turnovers. He said, I love everything we're doing but the turnovers. They're killing us. Let's clean up that before it sinks us.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Thompson outside. To the paint. Stolen by Robinson. The 3 from Harden. It's hauled in by Duncan.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
And Ball slams it in.
And there's that athleticism. Man, does Ball get up fast for that one.
Looking to end his cold spell. A crossover. What a terrific move that was. Ball's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Oh, Harden with a good look down low.
Figuring out ways to score. That is James Harden's specialty. The beard can hurt you inside and out.
Stolen by Westbrook. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. A 3 from Strus. Drills the three-pointer. And it's a 6-point Celtic lead. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle splits for Boston?
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And they've also made a point to protect the rim tonight. All game long, they've been challenging or blocking shots.
Three-pointer. The putback. Oh, sticks the putback.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Allen outside. Duncan outside. 6 on the shot clock. Outside ball. From deep. No good again that time.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
A three-pointer. Good.
A heady pass. by the beard, finding his teammate for the triple.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
The 3 is off.
That is not the shot they need there. You gotta work it around to get a better look.
Now Strus. And there's the 3.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. You gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Now Duncan. And stolen by Song. It's Harden with the drive. Oh, the slam dunk.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Screen by Duncan. Allen fires. Duncan saves him with the putback.
And how about the timing from Duncan on the glass, getting there to collect that offensive rebound and the putback. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Celtics.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for James Harden.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Now Song. It's stolen by Davis. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Good on the basket.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
So it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really